Now, Commish, yesterday, by the time listeners listen to this,
Linear
you
time
will
was
have
this week.
gotten to interview coaches. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I'm ready to interview. I've been preparing for a good bit, and I'm at the point where I'm just like, I need more questions just in case I need more questions. And I've been doing like, I don't know. I distract myself, and all of a sudden I was like, I got a question. I'm just like throwing it in there. It's like, hey, yeah, that's good. And then like I had one yesterday and I forgot it, and I'm still mad that I can't remember it now. So I'm like, I gotta throw it down somewhere like immediately. So there's some fun stuff I'm excited to do.
I will say the coach who's winning the Lifetime Achievement Award that we get to interview, Phil Fulmer.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Like, Commish has actually come up with some great questions. I'm not going to tip the hand.
Yeah.
But his line of questioning is actually my favorite of almost all of them.
I found some stuff about Phil Fulmer, like in his after, days of a head coach and whatnot. I also have, a pretty funny story of the one time I went to Knoxville there, which is nice.
One night
I think
in
I've already.
Knoxville. Sorry.
So there's a place that's called Calhoun's on the River, and so we went there for ULM versus Tennessee, and my dad was in a rental car, and the Calhoun's is packed, right? So it's like there's really not any parking. So my dad's like, hey, let's just go over here. And for some odd reason, he gets stuck on the train tracks that are right there.
Okay.
And it's like a little like Knoxville train or whatever. So we had to get like somebody to lift him up off of the tracks.
He bottomed out?
Yeah, he bottomed out in like
Jesus.
the rental car. I can't remember what I feel like it was a Mercury Grand Marquis that he bottomed out.
Of course it was.
This was 2000, so like this was the boat version of that.
Mm-hmm. A real low center of gravity, you're telling me.
Yes. So I don't know why he thought he could go off-roading in a Mercury Grand Marquis, but
for some reason, all the other names on here, coaches that are currently coaching, I feel this, like, I feel like we got a good chat with them, things like that. But when I saw Phil Fulmer, I was like, what the fuck are we going to even do?
No, the only thing I can even think of to ask Phil Fulmer about is something that you absolutely should not ask Phil Fulmer about.
Exactly correct.
It's time to become ball knowers. That's the only choice.
I haven't really been following college football long enough to know who Phil Fulmer is, I know that I want to say it was like Reddit CFB had something called the Fulmer Cup where it was like players arrested in the off season. But I know nothing about him as a coach other than that he was a coach.
So the thing that I would want to ask him is if he knows about the Fulmer Cup, which is exactly why you should not ask him that.
Yeah, something we could absolutely not ask about.
Not doing that. We don't want to.
Do you know about this thing that's not charitable towards you?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I said we should not ask him that. We're not going to ask him that.
I'm not going to do that. Not at all.
But Arthur, he was head coach at Tennessee from 1992 to 2008. So he was there when they were.
I know.
Yeah,
he coached there. I know he won a national title
during the Manning times.
I don't know any, like, I have no idea about what those teams were like. I've never watched any of those games.
Maybe we need to do a watch along this off season.
What was it like to be immediately succeeded by Lane Kiffin?
There was. I actually found some articles on that, which is they interviewed him after that. I found some Q&As from the New York Times when I was doing my research. Quite interesting. He used the word brash a lot for Lane Kiffin, and I'm like, probably still applies.
So we all become who we are, but more so.
That's like the nicest way for him to say that he doesn't care for him.
I like that. I like, there's media training there. But Fulmer, they used to have something that they would wear on the sideline, if you could ever find this, but there was like Phil Fulmer, and it was like a checkerboard polo. And it's just like a polo of the Tennessee checkerboard end zone that he's wearing. It's ridiculous. So it's phenomenal. It's like one side of his shoulder doing that. I mean, I loved his days and his back and forth with Spurrier. Like they seemingly like hated each other, but they've made amends when they gotten older. But I don't know how much of that was real or was just, Spurrier just always digging on Tennessee. And that was probably one of my favorite SEC rivalries at the time, with Fulmer and Spurrier get together, because those games were amazing. Always fun.
My favorite Fulmer quote or favorite Spurrier quote about Tennessee was, "You can't spell citrus without UT."
Yes. So like that was, that's a dig at Fulmer. Fulmer is not like a quote machine to get back at Spurrier.
No.
So it's just, but Fulmer would get him on the field every now and then unexpectedly, which Peyton Manning was never able to beat Florida in his career, and then they finally beat Florida in OT the year he wins the national championship with T. Martin, like 20-17 in a wild one. So I'm very well versed in the Fulmer lore, but I just don't necessarily know. It's like, hey, Phil Fulmer, this Commish with the Sickos Committee.
Oh yeah,
what?
The idea that he would know who the fuck we are, absolutely.
What?
I sincerely hope that he does not know who we are.
If he does, but I found he had a Twitter account, but he stopped posting in like 2020.
Oh yeah.
So the only thing that I know of a Tennessee coach having on the sidelines is Butch Jones and his trash can. I remember the trash can.
So I think he's the one that hired Jeremy Pruitt.
That's right, because he was the AD for a bit.
That ridiculous coaching search, I think.
Yes. Well, they brought him back because of how bad the coaching search was.
Yes, they brought him back.
We need stability in here. We need someone we can trust.
He didn't hire. Coach. I thought he didn't hire Jeremy Pruitt. He came in after Pruitt.
He came in after Pruitt. Okay.
No, I think he was.
He was named athletic director December 1st, 2017, following the suspension of John Curry.
Right, after he was in the middle of that coaching search.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Pruitt was at Tennessee from 2018 to 2020, so he did hire Pruitt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The man who didn't know what asparagus was, I believe.
Yeah, Jeremy Pruitt didn't know.
Had never heard of asparagus before.
I found some really funny stuff about
really?
I found some really funny stuff about Phil Fulmer and his after career stuff, and I can't wait to ask him. I don't want to tip the hand. That's for the patrons only.
Don't tip the hand yet, because it's really good.
Don't do it.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of January 20th, 2026. As always, I am Jordan. The end of Coca-Cola Bowl season. As always, I am Jordan.
No, I was not opening Coke. That's for later.
It's Indiana beer.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm drinking a 4.7.
4.7? Shout out Kirk Cignetti.
Yeah.
As always,
we learned the past few days that apparently Kurt Cignetti just refers to beers by their ABV. So I'm drinking a 4.7 in honor of Kurt Cignetti right now.
As always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, I have Commish, Beth, Pitt Girl, and producer Arthur on the ones and twos. Pitt Girl, how are you?
It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I went outside because maybe there was supposed to be Aurora. There was not Aurora, but it's really cold. And also I got to hear two L's hooting back and forth at each other. So that was kind of fun.
Hooty hoot. Hooty hoot.
Beth, how are you?
Temple has entered the chat.
Mm-hmm.
It is also very cold where I am. It was a day of madness, and I'm very glad to be here.
Yeah. Why do we live where the air hurts our faces?
I don't know, man. It's today at work. There's about an hour and 20 minutes where I need to be outside as part of work.
Oh, that's so much outside.
Yeah, and all of the people who were surrounding my time outside were making it take longer today.
Oh no.
This is the day where I most wanted them to speed up, and they were not doing it, and I was upset.
Beth, did you put some cayenne pepper in your gloves and socks to help you keep warm?
No, I put on my alpaca socks like an adult.
I feel like there was a little bit where the wind kind of died down, and that was like better.
Yeah. But, it was still like 7 degrees when I went and got in my car this morning, which wasn't great. It was honestly worse after being in my car for a little bit because I had to touch my steering wheel.
Oh, don't do that.
Uh-huh. But you
Don't do
have to
that.
do that so you can drive. That's not
Yeah. No,
And you got to
I
get a
went
heated
out.
steering wheel.
I did
They
the
make
part
those.
where I was outside and it was okay for like 5 minutes, and then it decided to be fucking windy,
good. Mhm.
and then I hated everything, every choice that had brought me to that point. Really, it's Jordan's fault, as most
Why?
of the things in my life are.
How was that?
You are the reason my job is what it is.
Oh
is
yeah,
your fault.
that is- yeah. Okay, I'll take that.
Or
Commish,
make
how are you?
mistakes.
Thank you, Weather Channel, for telling me to set my thermostat to 68 to save energy.
Oh,
while
is everybody
warm.
dripping their faucets? Go drip your faucet.
Gentle listener, my thermostat is set at 64.
Oh, good lord.
I'm a
Commish,
full
how are you?
10 degrees
God.
warmer than you right now.
My God. 64?
I
For the
would keep it.
thermostat?
I would keep it lower, but like the one podcat I have is an older lady, and when I turn it down from here, she starts to move around all stiffly, and I feel real bad about it. So we keep it nice and toasty for her.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
man.
I just have a couch blanket. I'm podcasting from under couch blanket, made by friend of the show, Rebecca, not that one. Different Becca.
Hi, different
Nice.
Becca.
All the Beccas know the yarn magic.
Mhm.
Man, I should have been born a Becca.
64. I can't imagine having the house 64.
So, I had to type this in. So, this is a great dad move. If you want to get the thermostat even lower, is to change the setting on the thermostat to Celsius, so you can like people have to do the math before they can tell how cold you've set the house.
Oh.
There you go.
I like that.
So,
Can you change it
so
to
we're-
Kelvin? Do that.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't think it has an
that
option. but-
That's an option, yeah. But I can say that thermostat I think is currently set. I'm not going to get up and look, but I think it's currently set at 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think that's a normal temperature. When it's time for
Lord.
bed, the thermostat is going to go down. It's going to be like 55 overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's that good
that feels
sleeping
good.
weather. Yep.
Commish, you're gonna have to do this in a week. This weekend's gonna be icy in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy the meat locker.
So when we had the power knocked out in our house, like when it went out in like 2021 and whatnot, like the Texas like power outage for everything, it was like it was like 8 outside,
Yeah, that's not good.
and like just snow, and we didn't have power. So like the thermostat that you had basically was kind of how warm the house was without any heat.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're having Arthur's having it at 55. I'm like, the house was like 55 then. And I'm like, you're willingly trying to sleep at 55. And I'm like, it was very difficult
So good.
to sleep.
God.
And we didn't have any power or anything.
I
It
love-
was just
I love early spring because you get too excited and you open the windows and then you fall asleep with the windows open. It's like 40 degrees in the house.
Yep.
It's so good.
It's wonderful. I love
see-
that.
I have started encountering, and this is I feel like a recent development. When I stay in a hotel, I feel like they've started putting like really high boundaries on how
Yes,
cold you can
you
get.
can't
Oh,
set
yeah.
it to meat locker mode anymore unless
No,
you're
they
staying
won't
in
let you do
like motel that has the individual unit.
oh yeah, that window unit
Uh-huh.
they'll make. you
Yeah.
get.
Shout out to the Super 8.
You're gonna get a cold after that, no matter what.
I've stayed in a bunch of hotels recently where I go in, I'm like getting ready for bed. I'm like, okay, how low does it? It's like 67.
Yeah.
That's it.
Boo.
How am I
60s,
supposed to
baby.
sleep like this?
Low 60s, baby. We live in a world, everyone, where Indiana has won a national championship.
In football.
For
I-
once, we picked the right timeline.
I don't even know. This is one of those things where
Let me be clear. On everything else, this timeline sucks. This is just the one butterfly where we smashed the correct one.
Indiana football winning a national championship. If 2 years ago I had told you that Indiana was going to defeat Alabama in the Rose Bowl and win a national championship, you guys would have had me committed.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, like it's
No,
definitely
Arthur. No way, Arthur. Are you going to talk your way out of this one? But try.
no. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Fuck yes,
There
and no
has
but.
been
Make this beautiful thing seem mundane. Go.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, they came on at a perfect time, right?
They did.
Like, a previous Kurt Cignetti taking the Indiana job coming from JMU doesn't get to bring all his players, which were a key to this game.
Yes.
Like, I don't think you can talk about this without the context of the changes in college football.
Yes.
No, absolutely not.
So, like, in motorsports, right? Every so often there will be like a new formula that gets introduced or a new car. And it's not uncommon for like year one for a team to come out of nowhere and hit the ground running and have a crazy like a season that you would not see coming simply because they happen to get the new system right. Or however they hit it, they nailed it on their first shot. And some of the bigger teams that you might think would beat them easily, they just didn't get it on the first time. And as years go on, they iterate, things might come back to earth. But like, I think that it's really cool for Indiana that they were the ones that were able to take advantage of this, that they were the ones that did nail it. I mean, you got to give them all the credit.
You're not going to take
Yeah,
this match.
India didn't come from nowhere. They came from hell.
I think it's
they
did a really good job.
Over 700 program losses in history. And you end up with a team that has not just their best season in program history, but rewrites what the best season in program history looks like for a lot of teams. They went 16-0. The only other team to go 16-0 is like 1896 Yale, 1904 Yale, I think.
And 2025 Ferris State.
And
Eat shit, Mercury Morris.
Also, North Dakota State did it too.
In D1 asterisk.
The 16-0 is again, it's an accomplishment that's only possible in this college football now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is the college football that we have.
It's still an amazing, astounding thing. I'm trying to think of a sports story that comes even close to this. Commish and I had talked about this a little bit, and it's something that I don't know that I'm settled on yet. But listeners, if you remember what Leicester City did in 2016 in the Premier League, where they came out.
I don't.
Okay, so basically Leicester City had been living in League One, which is the third tier of English soccer. They made in the early 2000s. They got promoted to the championship, got promoted to the Premier League, and won the Premier League in 2016. Now, they couldn't sustain the success. They dropped down to the championship again and are now came up to the Premier League again. They got relegated a second time, I think. They're in the championship mid-table now. But that's the only other story I can think of that's this big, and they didn't do it 2 years in a row.
Well, I was just about to say the thing about Leicester City and the thing about Indiana is that Indiana was good last year too. And like that is not to take away from this season because this season is absolutely remarkable in a lot of ways. But Leicester City was just like, what the fuck is this? In sort of the same way that like St. Peter's was like, here's the school that we have never heard of that not only pulled up a gigantic upset in the first round, but then went on a run in March Madness.
Yeah.
Which is like not exactly the same thing, but feels a little bit closer.
Well, it's still not, I mean, it's still not the, plane taking off trajectory that you see from something like a K-State. This is just a two-stage rocket.
Just line go up. Indiana is a helicopter. It just goes up.
I mean, I would in terms of the losingest teams I've seen win, I'd probably compare it to the Cavs in 2016. Where there's just it's cool to see a team celebrating a championship that no one really thought was going to happen. I can't think of there's a reason that you don't get that often because most teams that are of a championship caliber, because they're well run, because they have resources, all sorts of things like that, they win and they win again. And there's a level of expectation, right? I mean, think about last year. Ohio State won the national championship.
Mhm.
Ohio State, maybe the most expected to win the national championship, regardless of what happened during the season, right? Like
Mhm.
it's a different feeling when it's not expected, when it's your first time, when you don't have the precedent, when you're the one that is setting something new. That's exciting. Like hats off to them.
I am just thinking about Mountain Goat's classic song Cubs in 6. Or I'm sorry, Cubs in 5. The Chicago Cubs will beat every team in the league, and the Tampa Bay Bucks will make it all the way to the top, and Indiana will win a national championship. And John Darnielle will love you again like he used to. Like that's where we're at. That's what this is for me.
Your dad will want you again when the Angels win the pennant.
Commish, can you think of any other story like this?
Yeah, I mean, you say the Leicester City thing, which is, it's I give you that. They're 5,000 to 1 odds to win the title, and in Indiana was 10,000 to 1 to win the title, which is odd. I'm gonna have to say Vegas, man. What's wrong? Indiana went 11-2 last year.
Right?
Did you not want to? It felt like nobody's like, there's going to be an encore. Like nobody saw this coming, or like they're like, no, they can't do it again. And so Vegas just basically hey, yeah, Indiana will go to the Pinstripe Bowl or whatever.
It wasn't just Vegas. We had freaking Game Day making McAfee look smart. Don't do that. Don't make McAfee look smart.
I still can't believe that he's the only one that picked Indiana.
You dumb shits.
The worst guy we know made a great point, actually.
He played for the Colts.
This game was close.
Yes.
Yeah, it was close.
We saw what Indiana did in the Rose Bowl and whatever the bowl game they played Oregon was. And they didn't do that this time.
Correct.
Like Miami made them work for it. Honestly, Indiana might have gotten a little bit lucky. Miami missed a field goal. They blocked that punt, which that punt block was, I mean, that really turned the game right there, where Miami, I think, had gotten some momentum, and that ended up giving Indiana enough points that Miami's offense couldn't come back from that.
They still, I mean, I don't know that I'll go full momentum shift. The announcers were trying to sell it, but I've had one good play on offense and I still can't convert a third down. Still doesn't feel to me like a true momentum shift. It's like a good thing finally happened. But your point's well taken.
That's fair. I was listening to the ACC Network broadcast at that point, so they were really trying to sell the Miami, except they weren't saying Miami has the momentum. They were saying we have the momentum.
Right.
It was.
The ACC.
I love that.
Miami. He would definitely say we for the ACC, a team that definitely loves the ACC.
A team that totally won the ACC this year.
Nothing says conference loyalty like Miami.
Miami Hurricanes, noted ACC champions. Oh.
I mean, look, that was so much fun watching the ACC Network broadcast. Because it was when you're at a football game and there's some jagoff in the stands that's yelling stuff at the players, they can hear them, and B, he knows something about football. Mm-hmm. Except because of the people that ACC Network had on, it's okay, these are actually people with the qualifications to yell what run play Miami needs to call. It's I'm used to hearing someone in the stands be like they got to run the ball, they got to do this run play. Except on the broadcast, it's Jimbo Fisher doing that. It's okay, you have some. The best one was on the play that set up the punt block, which was Miami's punt returner choosing to try to return a punt inside his own 10. We've all been in that situation where you're in the stands, you hear people yelling either to not return the kick or to try to return the kick. Except on the ACC Network broadcast, the guy yelling not to return the kick was Devin Hester. Of all the people to be I can yell at a player on the field with advice in this situation.
So good.
Now, Commish, we had special teams extravaganza in this game.
Yeah,
we had 2 doinks,
a blocked
punt,
a blocked punt.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Sorry.
It was so good. The doinked the first doink was the one that I definitely caught like watching live.
Mhm.
I actually missed the second doink because I was so crazy about the fact that
I think
They
a lot of
did.
people did. I was watching
Even the
4K
announcers did it.
Right. Well, right. I was watching the 4K feed, which we'll talk about later, and that gives you it's the same broadcast as the standard feed, except the picture is better and you don't get ads over where the ad break should go. And Chris Fowler was like just like completely missed it also because he was just talking over the doink.
Talking, just talking over the whole thing, just talking about the block punt, saying that Indiana has blocked 8 kicks or whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm like, he just doinked the extra point, and you could hear the doink.
Mhm. Majestic doink.
And he doinked the extra point in, and so he made it. And it's just like there was no acknowledgement to the doink,
Mhm.
which fine.
Well, you know who did acknowledge it? The ACC network broadcast, because when it happened, they used it as another data point to complain that Indiana was getting all the bounces.
They were getting all the doinks.
They did. That's true.
Both doinks went Indiana's way.
I want to give credit to Miami's defense. They were playing lights fucking out the whole game. And absolutely
Fernando Mendoza had a bad time.
Yes, he did.
He had a good bad time, but he had a bad time.
Yeah,
They bled
Fernando
that
was
child.
bleeding.
Uh-huh.
They cut the inside of his mouth, and he was like blood was coming up.
Oh, like right after that, I'm like, oh, we're getting these Big 12 refs. I know these Big 12 refs. Everybody.
I saw that. I was like, they're just like, oh,
let him play.
I liked it. I thought they did a good job. Like I was not upset with the officiating in this game.
That was a miss there.
That was a miss. A couple of pass interference calls were missed, but at least they were not calling in everything.
Yeah.
At least they didn't try to turn the screws on at the very end.
I mean, this is Big 12 refs, and there are only 2 varieties of those exist.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the let them play variety, not the main character energy variety.
Which is probably better. Also, the fact that we're making Fernando Mendoza bleed and then also throwing punches after the game. I'm not the first person to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. The U is back, baby.
Commish, we talked about this because you're a Miami fan, and we were talking about, we had a wellness check, and you were saying that you were happy either way on this one because the story's so good.
I couldn't find myself getting mad that Miami could lose this game.
Yeah, you were strangely about this.
It was just, it was a weird thing for me because, I mean, my mom's from Miami, grew up in Hialeah. They took me to the Orange Bowl as a kid. I got to see like the heyday of the U, Jimmy Johnson, Dennis Erickson. I got to see that. I got to experience that down there in Miami when we would take visits from New Orleans to Miami. I got to experience all this stuff. Like this one was just like, it wasn't that I was like, I want Miami to win, or I want Indiana to win. I just felt like at peace with whatever would happen.
That's nice.
What was your first emotional hit on the interception at the end of the game? I was honestly interested when it happened, but I wanted to wait till the podcast to ask you. Like in that moment when that happens, were you happy or sad in that second, or just like, wow?
It was just like, okay, I guess this is how it ends. Like this is how this one ends. So it was like I didn't know how the game would end.
Wow.
And it was just like, oh no, that's rather fitting. Like for it to end that way, it's rather fitting. I thought for sure that Indiana was gonna like just basically kill the clock, but when that false start happened, I was like, oh, there's another twist in this game. So this is what, when that happened, I was like, yeah, this is fitting. This is a fitting ending for it.
Yeah, I think if Miami had lost in another manner, it would have been different. But because it was the specific Carson Beck throws a game-ending interception, that it's kind of like, yep, there it is.
Yep.
That'll happen.
Well, right. Commish, I do think it's funny that you're like, I don't know how you didn't think you knew how this game was going to end because I knew how this game was going to end.
Well, the thing, like, whenever I watch a game, anytime there's like a mistake or something
Yeah.
where a team doesn't capitalize, in my head, I'm always like, that's going to cost them the game, right? So, like, there are multiple things on both sides that, right, like Miami missing that field goal at the end of the half, Indiana having to settle for a field goal there to only go up 6.
That's right.
And the false start and all that. Like,
that was the
Carson
last
Beck
twist.
threw a
I was
pick.
just like,
Yeah.
and then you kind of thought Carson Beck was going to throw the pick against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
and then he
It had that vibe.
didn't. He
Well,
didn't.
But that's how you knew that it was going to happen against Indiana. Mean regression is a thing.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I knew it was going to happen because I think it would be like a funny story if it's like, oh, finally, now that he got to the playoff, like he's not going to throw the pick. I feel like I might have gotten more like pro Miami than Commish just watching the ACC network. Well, because like Indiana did not have anything comparable.
When I watch the Pink Lady in North Korea, I also feel real passionate about Kim Il Sung. So
Arthur, are you excited for the updated toughest non-conference schedule in the country banner next year? Because they did play Indiana in the non-con.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just excited for some ACC sport. I'm not sure what. They were airing lots of ads for their other sports.
This game was so weird for me because it's just I know I'm a Miami fan and you want to be like gung-ho Miami, but this Indiana story, the potential of it, the historical nature of it, the weight of this improbability and the run that Indiana is doing something as basically the team that has the most FBS losses.
Second most now. Second most.
Who Northwestern took it over?
Northwestern.
Okay. It was close.
They're our next team.
Did take it over. Yeah. So
Chip Kelly, baby.
Oh,
no,
God.
Chip Kelly's got him. No, but the entire run up, I mean, you got the Heisman, you got Cignetti, you have all of this. And then you have Miami, who is I kind of harken back to Miami Heat days when, Miami Heat were like the villains of the NBA. And I was like, well, Miami, like, I don't think the Hurricanes were like that type of villainy of a team.
Not this year.
Because they were kind of on like an unexpected run, like last team to get in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
They battled like basically every single game, like, tough battles to get through to this point. So it was a bit of like an underdog story versus like the ultimate underdog. So it was like my emotions in this game was just, it wasn't like anxiety, but it was just like anxiety for what is going to happen next in the game. And I was able to just watch and enjoy it. And I'm not upset that Miami lost. Like I can't be, because the team that won it, Indiana, which is, again, it's like one of the greatest stories of all time. And like if Miami would have won it, I don't, I'd have been like happy they won it, but I'd be really bummed for Indiana that they came all this way and they just didn't make it happen. So it was a really, really like conflicted commish watching this game, but at peace with what was ever going to happen. It was very weird emotionally for me.
Did we not have any real villains in this college football season?
Alabama getting in the playoff.
Yeah.
That's what I can think of.
Is that villainous?
It's not their fault, but
the committee did that.
I know it's been 2 months, but Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. I guess he was the villain, even
heel.
as no individual team was.
I would say you could have Ohio State as a villain, but that got taken down because that got taken down because Indiana beat them.
Yeah, they didn't. No disrespect, Ohio State fans, but like you didn't actually do anything interesting this year.
Right. No. Right. Like they won most of their games by enough, and like they were very clearly trying to win boring. Like it was like, we don't want to put a lot on film. We want to run as few plays as possible. We want to get this done.
Beat Michigan finally, which they did.
Right. They did do that. But yeah, most of their wins were boring. They played a few close games, right? The Texas game, which everyone thought that would matter. And it didn't end up really mattering much. And then they lost their games at the end of the season that were big games. So it was like, I don't know if there's a single thing I'll remember about Ohio State specifically from this season when I look back.
Julian's saying, looks like we have Timothy Chalamet at home. That's what you're going to remember about this season's Ohio State.
And then
but he'll probably do something in the future that I will remember.
And
more.
he will continue to look like Timothy Chalamet. So
that was good.
It's not original.
Good.
It's not original. Thank you to Blue Sky for that one.
Indiana averaged 4.4 yards a play, ran 72 plays, and still punted 5 times. Also, it seemed like Miami's entire offensive strategy for a while was just let Mark Fletcher Jr. cook and run him as much as humanly possible, and that seemed to work very well for them.
Not in the first half.
No, not the first half, second half. When they actually worked.
I love how we're talking about the Miami offensive coordinator, Shannon Dawson. And Kirk was saying, hey, Shannon Dawson says that, one fault of mine is I get really impatient with the run. I'm like, no, duh, motherfucker. I'm just like, God. And I have to watch it, and I have to try to stay patient with it. And he wasn't in the first half. He just wasn't. And then he started to lean on it in the second half. And, the
run was working better for both teams.
Yeah.
Like the run was the thing that worked the best. And that's why the game was only 3.5 hours long. It wasn't that long, y'all.
Yeah, I actually said something to that effect to Obnoxiously Pit Boyfriend at halftime. Because that game didn't kick until almost 8. And halftime it was 10 after 9 when I got up to go do stuff. Because there wasn't sound on the 4K feed, and so I couldn't hear the band. And I was like, oh, this is moving pretty quickly. And Obnoxiously Pit Boyfriend was like, and I was like, yeah, it's because they're both running the ball a lot.
It was a lot of running the ball. There was a lot of short completions for both. The weird thing for me is that at one point in the game, it just seemed like Carson Beck had all the time in the world to throw.
Yes.
But he couldn't find anybody open. And then Mendoza had no time to throw. And it just, I mean, Mesidor and Bain were just wrecking shop. And
yeah, as I have said previously on this show, damn, Miami defensive line, you scary.
It was a great showcase of both teams and both teams' strengths. That Indiana never gave up, and I mean Miami had an Achilles heel, and the bad inopportune turnover, and that was it really.
So
kind of sold the game there.
Well, I want to ask. Yeah, I want to ask a question about this because we were waiting for Mario Cristobal to fuck up the clock because that's what the joke is, right? And he hadn't done it in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he did.
Was him going for the kick before half, the 50-yard kick, bad game management?
Yes.
I don't think it was totally bad game management. I think it is a situation where, so if the kicker had missed it worse, I would have been less in favor of it. But he clearly had the leg, right? It doinked off the upright. It didn't doink off the front of the goal, the crossbar. Thank you. So if you're the coach, right, you know that your kicker has the leg. I know he can make this. I'm going to give him a shot to make it, because at that point, the game is 10-0, right? So a field goal does really help you because it puts you only a touchdown behind. As it were, for most of that second half, Miami was struggling with, you're down 10. Well, you score the touchdown, you're still down 3, and then Indiana has the ball back. And Indiana was able to score to keep up with them. And if they'd had that field goal, then rather than constantly going between it being a 2-possession game and a 1-possession game, they would have been able to get the ball with an opportunity to tie the game, right? That's important. Now, I understand saying okay, well, they should have gone for it. It's an opportunity, but it's not like a crazy, like we've seen way worse mistakes get made. I don't think it was anything that's like, oh, like sometimes you have to make a choice, and he made a choice.
Yeah, I think that's fair. The thing for me, though, is that we know that like Miami's kicker is not bad, but he's not great, and that is a long field goal. And like, hats off to him for making the doink. It was a resonant, sonorous doink that sounded a little bit like a flagpole. Like, it was a really good doink. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's the national championship game, and like. I mean, there's a reason I'm not a coach, right? Because I would be coach never punts, coach always goes for it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I personally, if I was coaching, I would have gone for it there. I know that the Jimbo on the ACC network was telling him to go for it, but like I get it. It's not the kind of like colossal mistake. It's just a choice. He made a choice, and you got to make choices when you're a coach.
It was 4th and 2, and like even at that point, Miami, how many chances are you going to get in the red zone? How many chances? I mean, Miami didn't.
Well, they weren't in the red zone.
Sorry, they weren't. You're right, but Miami had basically been on that side of the field once.
Yep.
At that point.
So counterpoint though. At that point, Miami had yet to convert a 3rd down. So do you really want to go for it on 4th down and have one shot to convert that? And you don't get, I mean, like, if you think about it, right, what's the chances of the kicker making the kick? I don't know an exact number, but like there is some, maybe let's say it's like 60%, right? Like you have a shot, you might not. But then, like, what is the shot of you converting that 4th down? Again, you don't know. And if you convert the 4th down that far out, right, they're at, like, I don't know, around the 30?
32.
Yeah. If you convert the 4th down that far out, there's no guarantee that you then will score a touchdown. It might be you convert the 4th down, and then you don't pick up a lot more yards, and you're still trying a long field goal after taking that risk. Like, I don't think you can, like, I think it's a defensible choice.
But you give the ball back to Indiana with 33 seconds left. And
Indiana
that had been moving.
That was what I thought was kind of more questionable than what Mario Cristobal did, was how Indiana managed the clock when they got the ball, because they got the ball back off the miss. And they wasted a bunch of time. They like, if you're going to waste that much time, just run the ball and kill the game. It's like they were taking their time, but then still throwing, and like throwing deep, making some difficult passes. And they had a lot of time, and they ended up settling for a Hail Mary shot that didn't work.
This sounds like ACC propaganda. Have you been brainwashed by the ACC network now?
No, I'm like, this is the most I've watched the ACC network all season, because I hadn't been watching ACC games that didn't have Pitt in them.
Well, but now now is ACC network going to be like on your background all the time now? Are you going to give into the ACC network?
No, I'm still not going to watch them. A, because there's no more football for months and months and months. And B, because I don't want to watch ACC teams that aren't Pitt because of the revenue distribution.
I will say that, well, some other stats from this game that might be interesting to you. That Miami ended up outgaining Indiana 342 to 317. That wasn't the case in the first half. Going into half, it was 169 to 69.
Nice.
The block punt gave an extra possession to Miami, so that makes sense.
Only one turnover in the whole game. That was Miami's turnover. That last pick.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if he threw it to the pylon, that could have been a touchdown.
Does the block punt? I guess the block punt doesn't get scored as a turnover.
No.
It's just a spiritual turnover.
Yeah, it feels like one.
It's a special teams play. I mean, look, when you're punting, your goal is to give the ball to the other team. So
that's true.
Not like that.
It's up to you.
Goal accomplished.
Yeah. Not like that. Not like that.
Task failed successfully.
The best part about that block, though, was that it was not a planned block. It was just normal. It was normal coverage, and apparently they just realized that dude rolls out to the right.
And it was Art, I was marveling at that. Also, I'm sorry to my upstairs and next door neighbors because I live in an apartment building. I was screaming when that happened. An obnoxiously Pitt boyfriend had like walked in and was watching the game. You know, he watched like 5 total minutes of this game, and the blocked punt happened to be part of it.
Great.
Why
Incredible.
why do punters you don't see a lot of punters do it, but every so often you'll see a punter that just rolls it. Like, why do they do that? Because it feels to me like you are putting yourself in that position where you're rolling away from your blockers.
From what I understand, that's an Aussie thing.
Oh, okay. So it's like a
in-
southern hemisphere. They go the other way down there.
Yes.
Yeah, the ball rotates the other direction.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Other things are interesting. Miami 3 for 11 on third down. That'll do it. Also,
I mean, it started like 0 for 9.
neither team was like doing too well on penalties. Indiana had 5 for 38, which is under their average for the year, but not by much. Miami with only 7 for 60, which is definitely under their average for the year. Miami tends to pull way more penalties than that. That was part of the let them play ethos of the game, I think. Also, time of possession, Indiana dominated because of the run game.
I mean, it could have been worse if not for the block punt.
This is the first national championship game where I have had big FOMO for not being there. From seeing all of our friends and colleagues there, I had FOMO for not being there on this one. And I usually don't think about, like, I don't like big crowds to begin with, and the crowds on big games make me feel uncomfortable for the most part. But I was feeling the FOMO, seeing people on the sidelines, seeing people in the stands. Yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm good. I didn't want to be there.
Would that have made it worse for you?
Probably. Yeah.
All hopped up
probably.
on the seat, though?
Yeah, for sure.
Your poor heart's going to be out of its chest.
I wouldn't say that I had FOMO, but I would say that this looked like the best national championship game atmosphere in at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Probably because it was a cool thing about Indiana being in this position is that their fans have been saving up for this, and they don't, right? Like, they haven't had anything else to spend it on. We had many years in the past where you had like, oh, it's Bama and Clemson again. But like, for those fans, it's like, man, we just paid for this last year. Like, are we going to pay thousands of dollars to travel across the country for the game this year? Whereas like for Indiana fans, it was like, yeah, no, we've never paid for this before. This is a first time expense. And for Miami, Miami, it's their home stadium. So it was a great atmosphere. Like, I didn't necessarily think, oh, I wish I was there, but I was like, oh, okay. Like,
I have a reason that I don't even necessarily wish I was there, but one of many reasons that I hope that Pitt gets to do this someday. I sent an Instagram reel to Beth and Bridget, and it is a bin full of plush Perry the Pylons that you can get at the national championship game, and I want one.
I want to jump into that thing like a ball pit.
Yes, I want to go to there, and I want to hug all of the Perrys the Pylon, and then I want to take one home.
Oh,
are they available online?
A nice
It's
cuddly
not the same.
pylon.
But yes, they probably are available online. I will find out.
But I feel like that's one of the things you want to pick up at a national title game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know the last time Indiana turned the ball over?
Was it against ODU?
It's been a minute.
No, it was against Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
And then in Big 10 in the Big 12.
The fumble was against ODU.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, they've had a clean turnover sheet the entire playoffs. That's wild.
Their turnover margin this year is nuts.
Yeah, let me actually look at that exactly that is, because it's got to be.
Yeah, if you
It's
want
gotta
the
be
ball
crazy.
for free, don't come to Indiana.
No, absolutely not. They are not going to cough it up. They are first in the country, turnover margin of 21.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were like
Gained 29, lost 8. Jesus.
they're like a fumbled 10 times, lost once. Like it's nuts.
They lost one fumble all year.
Yeah.
I
can't remember if it was 9 or 10. Like they just don't cough the ball up.
It's incredible like I don't know. I just keep going through the game, and I'm like the Mendoza like dive into the end zone
Oh,
on
that was
4th and
so
5.
good. Yes.
I just like what? I mean, you just see, and then everybody got the perfect picture because everybody's there, hoping to get something like that, and you get something like that dive in the end zone after like breaking the tackle, incredible.
Putting his body on the line. Fernando Mendoza fucking loves football and will put his body on the fucking line.
God.
He has that same vibe as like Pavia and those guys who just are willing to throw the block if they need to.
But I love him because he's so pure and he's so happy, but also he's gonna go to fucking war. Like
he said fuck. He said fuck.
I didn't know he knows that word.
I don't know that he knew he knew that word.
MFer. He did say MFer earlier.
So good.
God bless him.
I mean, I liked the play. He probably didn't need to extend the foot. Like he was going to get in.
Arthur, you're hating too much. I'm going to have to stop you.
No.
Yeah, like you're just being no.
Here's what really amused me about that play was I saw people online saying like, "Oh, that's his Heisman moment." Like he had a play earlier in the season where Gus Johnson was like, "Give him the Heisman in this very moment."
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was the
Heisman players make Heisman moments, even when they already have the Heisman.
Heisman Mendoza.
Heisman Mendoza. No, that was a play. I was like, in my head, I was like, well, that's why he won the Heisman. Like he had that type of play, and I mean, just getting Kirk on the stage, like Kirk Cignetti on the stage, and he's like, it make a hell of a movie. I mean, it's just like
he's not wrong.
If you just type in Fernando Mendoza play on Google Images, it comes up.
It's there. It's the Sports Illustrated cover.
So good.
It's that the picture. It's
we have it from both,
like
both angles too.
It's Ali knocking out Frazier.
There are so many tattoo artists that have to memorize that photo now because they're going to be putting it like on babies.
Somebody had a post is just like the year's 2032 and the elementary school teachers just reading off roll call. And it's like Fernando and like 21 kids raised their hand.
Yep.
And the other 9 are named Kurt.
We need at least one Charlie. Justice for Charlie Becker.
Charlie, yes.
Charlie's fucking great.
The back shoulder.
He's just going to go down as the guy that set up the incredible play.
Yeah. I mean, the 4th down back shoulder, a phenomenal catch. Like he caught like the back half of the ball. Like
He did that against Penn State too.
I'm amazed when they can catch the back half of the ball. Like the other ball is already passed, and you catch the back of it.
It's like the Spider-Man catch.
That's right.
The physics of that like blow my mind. It's like the ball's already past your hands, but you still catch like the back end of it. Like you just squeeze, I guess, late. But I mean, it's always an incredible catch, and he's fallen down and he maintains being in bounds. I mean,
what more do you want?
What more can you ask for?
I go back and forth between being delighted that this happened and being delighted about the way that this happened. Because if you had told me to magically envision like 10 years ago, a world in which this happens, I would have told you, okay, it's the second coming of 2007. Everything is weird. They're like a 5-loss national champion because everybody else like tripped over themselves. I cannot envision a way that they do that. And if you told me no, they're here because they ground everyone into mulch this year, I don't know what I would do. Like, this defies everything that I thought I understood about this team, football in general. I'm so happy that this happened.
It feels good to be surprised.
Yeah, I'm going to take a moment to briefly get on a soapbox, and then I will get off the soapbox.
Okay.
But I have a few mutuals, and I saw some other people who are fans of schools that aren't Pitt saying things like, damn, Indiana did this. That makes me feel worse about my team. We should have been able to do this by now.
Should be the other way around.
Well, right. Number one, that should be the other way around. If Indiana can do it, any of us can do it. You and I will win a national championship someday. Indiana fucking did it. We can too. Number one. Number two, Why are you even watching this sport if you have that kind of attitude? This is supposed to be fun. It is supposed to bring you joy. You are supposed to have hope. That is the point.
Doom and gloom.
Do something fun. Be happy. Have you tried being happy?
No.
I mean,
Didn't work. I tried for a day.
One thing, like, I want to give Indiana a lot of credit because, like, people talk about like, they
giving
just hired
Indiana
a really
credit.
good coach.
Okay, propaganda's broken.
Okay.
No, like they have made a lot of really big investment in their football program, and I'm not talking about just going out and buying players, right? Like I'm talking about like their football operations, their football. Like I feel like that's something that should be commended, and I don't know that they get enough credit for building the literal foundation for this when they put in the work.
What Kurt said when they hired him, he just said, "Get me to middle of the road of Big Ten spending. Like, just put me in the middle of the road of the facilities or whatever in the Big Ten, and I can win." And Indiana was like, "Okay, I sure, I believe you, Kurt." Which, I mean, if only like every school had that capability. But yeah, I mean, they listened to him, and I guess he had a plan, and they backed it up, and they built it. Like their stadium, their renovations. I think they're going to be doing more of that now.
Their facilities got a big upgrade.
Their facilities got a big upgrade. So like they're taking it seriously now. And one thing I go back to the thing in my head was when we did the podcast with Roger Sherman for Northwestern, and we were going over a new direction for Northwestern. And they were talking with Dennis Green, and they were like, "Yeah, we actually have a weight room now, and we got like trainers. Like we didn't have a dedicated trainer before." And it's just like, so. And then they eventually broke that losing streak. But like Indiana doing something like that, I just go back to the Northwestern. I was like, "You didn't have this Northwestern? Come on, man!" But Indiana doing it to the level just to match the middle of the road Big Ten team. Like I don't have to be at the Michigans or the Ohio States. Like put me at like I don't know who's middle of the road.
Purdue. Give me a Purdue.
I don't know if
not
who's
even
middle
that.
of the road.
Minnesota.
I was going to say Minnesota.
Minnesota has won national championships before.
Yeah, I mean, and they've won 9 bowl games in a row. So I mean, like put me at like Minnesota or like Illinois or put me at
those facilities, those money.
Yeah.
Give me
Give me that
money.
Rutgers money.
Give me that Rutgers money. Give me that
Rutgers money is dead.
But now, man, now I'm so in this world that anyone can win. I'm like, Rutgers, we're going to get you a real national title, not that fake 1869 one.
We go talk about like
can I just have one, please, as a treat?
No.
Look, West Virginia, we'll talk about you later.
Hey,
we will eventually. Yes.
I mean, Indiana apparently has a really big alumni base. We learned that. So,
by the way, if you want to know who turnover Wario is for Indiana, it's Florida Atlantic with a -21 turnover margin.
Yeah, we discussed that in the previous pod because that's our Detmer Darlin Veldkamp.
That's 9 worse than the closest other team, Syracuse.
Oh, that's special.
Oh, yeah. God.
Let's see.
Never forget that Syracuse spent the back half of the season starting a lacrosse player at quarterback.
That baby.
FAU played fast and reckless.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fucking fun to watch.
It was so great.
FAU football. Yeet.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sport about joy.
It's Boca, baby.
We're here to bring you some goddamn joy.
That's right.
That's right.
You're going to like it.
Let's do our ad read here before we talk about this even more. If you want to wear the official gear of Indiana University Championship, go to Home Field. They're pumping out all the championship merch like you would not believe.
Raise your hand if you have pre-ordered a 16 Windiana shirt.
Oh, I need to get on that.
I need to do
get on that.
Also. I wore an Indiana State shirt because that's the only Indiana shirt that I have at this moment. So it's got the outline of, Indiana State, the state of Indiana. I don't have a Purdue shirt. I thought I had one of those. Oh, my wife has one. Okay.
They're never like That their bison mascot's going on everything forever now.
Oh, the
They
bison
brought the
thing is-
bison back.
Oh,
what
yeah.
what an inaugural season for that.
I will say this. The bison came back. They won a national championship.
Right.
Mhm.
Also, Home Field became the official apparel sponsor of the Sickos Committee this year,
That's true.
and they won a national championship.
Home field, you're welcome.
The moral
Yeah,
of the
all
story: become the official apparel sponsor of the
all-
Sickos Committee.
all those other podcasts that may be sponsored by Home Field, that didn't happen. It only happened with us.
That's true.
Sickos Committee bump right here. for the
So,
national
gentle
championship.
listener, if you would like to become the official something else sponsor of the Sickos Committee,
I mean,
prior results don't guarantee future results, but
however,
Couldn't
you never
hurt.
know.
well,
We don't have an official plumbing supplier yet. That'd
we
be
don't.
great.
No. I'm gonna get a deal with Harbor Freight.
Ooh,
Yes.
The official wrench of the Sickos Committee.
yes.
The official, I need this weird tool and I don't want to spend $400 on it supplier of the Sickos Committee.
I like that store. It's nice. It's not like
It's great.
It's not overly big.
Mhm.
Like I don't need Home Depot. Like let me just go to give me every single possible. I'm going to Harbor Freight.
I was introduced to Harbor Freight before it became like a chain,
Yeah.
because my granddad was like Mr. Handy Guy, and there is a gigantic Harbor Freight somewhere off 95 in South Carolina, and for the
Whoa.
longest time, that was the only one.
Well, we got to think of what companies are strongly associated with being fans of a particular team. And that's who we need to corner for our new sponsors.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted a bidding war between the Texas State Fair and the PA Farm Show to become the official state fair of the Sickos Committee podcast.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be
Mm.
delightful.
Oh.
See, this is how we end up with the York Fair inserting themselves into this and being like, we're technically the York State Fair, and me looking at the York Fair and going, shut up, nerd.
That depends on how big the check is that they send.
Mm.
I'll do anything for cash. Not anything.
Including that.
But I won't do that.
Yes.
Okay. No.
If you are going to games, you should use Vivid Seats and use our offer code SICKOS20 for $20 off your first purchase of $200 or more. You should still buy things from Dice Envy even though our code has ended with them.
Yep.
Yeah, just use our link. You can do that. The code has ended. It was a fun season. We may get another code when I start getting into the off season and finishing up the CFB D&D going, and I don't have to. I can just chill on the weekends and take some time to do stupid stuff in the off season instead of
Dice Envy, get at us. We need to figure out what the bronze medal count for people is going to be.
Yeah.
I love watching the football, but at the end of the season, I'm like, oh man, I get a break.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It feels good to be able to single screen a game. You were talking about the other day, just watching playoff football with your kid and being like,
I'll just watch it. We're just watching the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this the only game on? I'm like, okay, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need to, watch Mercy Harrison Wagner, which I love. I found that doink, and that was great.
Commish, we've talked I have mentioned on the show before, I'm in school, and being in school during football season was hard even before, but now that I do this is very hard. And this semester is going to be very hard on the merits. And I literally had the thought being like, I'm so glad that this class was not during fall semester.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. There's, we need to rest. We got to recharge the batteries.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope. Time for the Olympics, kids. Dum, dum, da, dum.
We still got a few more weeks for that. We're still in our break time.
I just remember
I gotta line up a guest
the
for
music. The music, we get the music back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have to find it.
Beth
Wait, hold
worked
up. Is
so
it this
hard on
one?
that. I hope you didn't lose it.
No,
These
it's
Italian
hold on.
Olympics are going to be pretty funny.
No,
No,
stop.
wrong one.
They're covering me in mayo.
Jordan!
No.
We have our Patreon, $5 a month. Get access to our Discord and extra content as well. Our Discord is a great place, y'all. If you want to come and just chat about whatever's going on in the Sickos world of sports, we're always on there listening to whatever new ideas y'all have. People are already doing research for us for off-season things. The most recent research I saw was someone went through. Let me find it. Our friend, Black Squirrel, MD,
Yeah.
found some more punting stats that I need to go through.
Oh,
Also,
nice.
someone posted the UDA, Mad 7760 posted the UDA UCA cheer
Oh.
and dance result.
Yeah, that just happened this weekend.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Winner of hip hop was UNLV.
Whoa, Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby.
It's Vegas, baby.
Ding, 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 ding.
We also have our merch store where we just put up new stickers, the Sickos guy, but in the colors of all the national champions this year and all the Sickos committee past champions as well. Right now, the leading sale, I believe, is Nebraska or Iowa.
I love our brand.
Montana State was right there too.
Montana State was right there too.
As well it
Yeah.
should be.
I mean, I
Yeah.
assume that this is Stickers Bridget, who is an outlier and should not be counted.
I have been going actually to so many people posting that this is the Division I NCAA football championship.
It is not.
Actually, this is
Uh-huh.
but guess what? On the front page of NCAA.org right now, guess what they're showing?
Montana
Montana State.
No, they're showing Indiana.
What?
Yes, sir.
That powerful.
I don't like this.
No, I don't either, because that's not. Sorry, NCAA.org has a very boring man in front of it. NCAA.com.
Oh, that's different.
It's very different, yes.
Is this like a whitehouse.com situation?
Oh God.
No, they both seem to be. I think the .org is more for like the other stuff, like the things that.
It's a mullet website situation where you've got like the business website and then the party website.
Yeah.
So
We want the rowdy one.
What's going on NCAA.biz?
Let's see.
NCAA.horse.
No.biz. We might be able to get that one.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no,
No
dot
horse.
horse either.
You get that one
We are
too.
NCAA.biz. Is that what I'm hearing here?
NCAA. Let's see.
That's
Biz,
going to still be really expensive.
domain. It's got to be super expensive. I will
Yeah.
look at the price of that.
I want to know though.
We have our YouTube, we have our Instagram and our TikTok and our Twitch, where Joey was live streaming during the game. Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go to places we refuse to go. And shout out to Feed Your Mascot podcast, where our friends Jeff and Blue cover the culture around college football.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Other things about the game. Because of this year, Indiana has doubled their all-time bowl win total. They had 3 before this year, and now they have 6.
So good.
They have a 6-pack of Coca-Cola Bowl season.
Y'all,
Cracky crack.
I want to know some teams out
Does he
there.
still have one?
He does.
There we go. Yeah.
Just imagining Arthur having like 10 cans lined up just waiting.
Ready.
Every time we say it.
I only have one left.
Okay, I was
Oh.
trying to. Okay.
We have to
But-
save it for just the right
but-
moment.
We are now done with Coca-Cola Bowl season, so
Now
knows?
it's just a can of decaf Coke Zero.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
Rolling Rock off season.
We have the Super Coca-Cola Bowl
Cheers.
season where Montana State has to play Indiana.
So it said Indiana
Arthur
has.
pulling a Rolling Rock out of nowhere.
No,
That's impressive too.
Arthur, how many beverages do you have sitting next to you right now?
I kind of want a picture of just his desk, like looking
I
at
only
the screen.
have Rolling Rock and caffeine-free Coke Zero.
Okay.
No, you had the other beer too.
I did. But it's empty now. The
Indiana beer.
the Indiana beer.
Give me some teams who had fewer bowl wins than Indiana did before this year.
UMass.
Yeah.
Uh,
UConn?
UConn.
ULM.
ULM,
Mentioned.
yes.
Per-
Texas
UMass.
State.
Purdue.
No, Connecticut had 4 bowl wins.
Oh, okay, good for UConn. Well, yeah, I guess they got their fourth with that ass beating of UNC last year.
Let's go with Georgia State.
Texas State is 3-0 in bowls, by the way.
Georgia State. I'm gonna say Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan, yes.
They only
Georgia State has 2 bowl wins.
Kent State.
Okay.
Texas State. So I just want to clarify here, right? So we're asking, is all of this before this season, or just
no? Just Indiana. It's basically but 3 or lower.
Right. So I'm saying Texas State has 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes.
Idaho has 3.
Idaho has 3. North Texas has 3 bowl wins.
Temple
has more than 3 bowl wins.
Temple has 3 bowl wins.
Ha! Temple has exactly 3 bowl wins. Okay.
FIU.
Let's see here. I forgot to check FIU. FIU has only 2 bowl wins. Yes.
Okay.
A lot of these. So this comes with a lot of teams that haven't played a lot of college football,
Right?
and also Akron and Kent State,
and UMass and Temple
and UMass. But like some of the newcomers. I mean, even Delaware has 1 win.
Are there more owls than anything else on this list?
There's lots of owls down here.
Oh yeah. Anyway, how many bowl wins does Rice have?
More than that.
A lot. Yeah.
Rice is 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not a lot, but more.
They were good back in the day.
Oh, Indiana's almost caught up with Rice.
Almost.
Now, if you look at the teams that Indiana is now tied with, they're tied with teams like Iowa State and UCF and Troy.
Purdue has 11 bowl wins.
Yes, they're 11-10 all time in bowl wins. They have Purdue has. We could talk about them a little bit further. I've been like digging in Purdue's history.
21 bowl appearances
recently.
just feels like so many for Purdue. Good for you. Good for you for Purdue.
They were good for a while. They had like a streak or 2.
I mean, I remember like kind of good Purdue. Like that happened relatively recently.
They've had like dudes at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, that can just basically will you to like 7 or 8 wins and get you to a bowl game.
Excited Drew Brees noises.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to talk about the love connection now. Pitt Girl, tell me about the 4K love connection.
Yeah, so I as your resident 4K feed correspondent, folks who follow me on Blue Sky know that I replaced my TV this year and realized that my cable package, which is the same one that I've had for the last 6 years, gives me access to the 4K feed. But I didn't know that because I had a TV that I got for free. Obnoxiously, Pit Boyfriend and I got a TV for free when we moved up here. And we just never replaced it until this year. And now I have a fancy TV and I can see the 4K feed. And I have been reporting every week, as I remember, on the 4K broadcasts on what you can see during the ad breaks.
Yeah.
Because ESPN doesn't show ads. And evidently this is intentional. I learned this from an awful announcing article that someone like posted in my general direction last night. But the 4K feeds from ESPN don't have ads, and they give you a shot of the stadium. And sometimes it's from the 50, and sometimes it's from somewhere else, and sometimes it has sound, and sometimes it doesn't. And last night it was in a corner of Hard Rock Stadium, and so you could see, you were in like the one end zone looking out, and you could see the Jumbotron, no sound, unfortunately. And it was low enough that you could see people. Like you could see the back of people's heads, which sometimes happens. ESPN said in that awful announcing article that they do this because they want you to feel like you're there. And this one was very much like being there because I'm not very tall. And so like if I'm in a stadium stand, this is about the perspective that I get because somebody's head is in the way. But the thing is that the people that we could see in front of us were a woman who was not with this couple. And then a couple, like very obviously a couple talking to each other. And it was very cute. And people noticed this a little bit. Like you could see them pregame. We saw them kissing pregame.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people missed this part. And so like in the first quarter, people started noticing that this was happening. Like the internet noticed this couple and was like, are they on a date? Are they going to kiss? It's like, no, they already kissed. Get with the plot.
Get with the plot.
Stop interrupting my show with your stupid questions.
Nan is watching her shows.
I'm watching my show.
Damn it, you got there first.
Nana's watching her programs.
Yes.
Oh my god!
But
These are
And
the
her
days-
programs, as the case may be.
These are the 4Ks of our lives.
so this is happening, and obviously the couple went viral. So funnily enough, the couple went viral enough that someone texted them, multiple people I suspect texted them, and there is a shot that I took that I posted that is not even, usually when I take a picture of my television, I try to stand directly in front of it and then take a picture and then crop it so you can't see the rest of my living room. I was too excited and did not do this. And so you can see some of my knickknacks on my mantle next to my television. Because you can see the man in the couple holding up his phone, and there are, in his text messages, there are 2 screenshots of them.
Mm-hmm. It's
They
great.
know. They knew. Somebody told them.
That's so good.
Everything
Whoever
about
put
this
the
was
Prime
incredible.
Directive thing, we violated. I don't even know what
We
that
violated the
means.
Prime Directive, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but it was
In Star Trek, you're not allowed to interfere with other cultures who are still
If-
developing.
Yeah, if they don't know about the space, you're not supposed to tell them about the space.
Yeah.
okay.
And so this felt like we were just being cautious observers. This is like those experiments where when you start observing, you change the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Okay.
like as soon as, they know, and then things change. It's,
Yes. You can't let them know that we know,
Mhm.
because now that they know that we know, that's
Yeah, this
Right.
thing ain't even single blind no more.
Right.
no, it's
Right.
not.
Yeah. So this happens, and then the game proceeds and things proceed. And because after this happened, I was speculating on Blue Sky, the dude left and came back, and he was holding a beer in a green can. And I was like, is this Rolling Rock? I hope it's Rolling Rock. It is probably not.
It's probably Heineken.
Internet Sleuth said it's probably Heineken. It might be Cigar City High Life. That feels like something that they might have at Hard Rock. That's what I would be drinking out of a green can at Hard Rock if it's available. But either way. And then after this, ESPN decided that the fun was over.
No.
Womp
and
womp.
And Jordan, there's a clip here. Please play the clip, because I don't know that everyone has seen it. And I will describe it because there's no sound.
Okay. Pulling it up for the class.
Enhance.
Oh yeah.
Here
Okay.
we go.
So the woman in the couple and the woman next to her have turned around, and the camera is now tilting and getting moved up, and now we can only see the very tippy top of their heads. And that is the last we saw of my show. That's the finale of my show.
This was like at the end of the first half too, right?
Getting there, it was like maybe mid second quarter. Don't give me I can't give you a specific timestamp. I can give you a like
halftime.
timestamp from, but it was before halftime.
Pitt
Yeah.
Girl, I'm sorry that the writers were unable to stick the landing yet again.
No, it feels very much like the end of The Sopranos, where it just kind of goes black.
Mhm.
This felt, before I knew that they kissed before, this was like my West Side Story. I was like, oh no, they're star-crossed lovers. It's the only place they can hang out is up in the fucking nosebleeds at the Hard Rock Stadium.
They moved the camera at approximately 8:57 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time that was in game time.
Okay, can you imagine if we had gotten a Coldplay concert situation here?
Oh.
That would have been great too. But no, it just seems like they were just enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I hope it seemed like they had a nice time. We got disembodied. We did see them again. I lied. We didn't see their faces, but towards the end of the game, at one point, we got like disembodied excited hands.
That's good.
So
Love disembodied hands.
Mhm.
It's Liberty Bowl-esque.
it is. I genuinely do love disembodied hands when they appear in the camera frame.
Commish, there's something else that's historic about this title. What is it?
So Indiana is the first team to basically win a national title by busting the blue chip ratio, which is something from Bud Elliott. He's on the Cover 3 podcast and also on the internet. his I guess methodology is like you have to have at least 50% of blue chip prospects, players rated by a national recruiting service as 4 or 5-star talents. And basically every national champion since the early 2010s has been made up of at least 50% blue chip prospects. Indiana's roster was made up of just 8% blue chips. So that really busts the blue chip method.
I mean,
like
Fernando
ratio.
Mendoza was a 2-star, which in
Yeah.
the immortal words of James Conner, fellow 2-star is, quote, just a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like Fernando Mendoza wanted to go to Miami and he was trying to go as a walk-on and they said no.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to get him last year, but they were too late because Indiana was ahead of the game on that one. So yeah, there is something to say like, hey, you got somebody busting the blue chip ratio, which is again that's got to give more teams more hope, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to have 4 or 5-star talent to do that. Because I mean, if you can't coach, if you could like basically make up for it in scheme and coaching and
player age,
player
more
age,
mature players,
good transfer,
and the transfer portal bargain bin. Yeah,
I mean, you can. There's a way.
I got my
You have a
defense
way
out of
now.
the penny saver.
I mean, I got this nickel quarterback for a nickel.
I got this quarterback from some place called Ferris State.
Yeah, I mean, like Ole Miss, like you can find stuff like that, which is cool when, like, I see some of these punters that I post like their longest punt of the week, and then I see them transfer. Like our 2-time winner of a punter, North Alabama's punter Adam Watford. He was the only 2-time longest punt of the week winner that we had this year. Yeah, he goes from North Alabama to Alabama. So,
I mean, Indiana has picked up 2 of our favorite special teams players.
I mean, Indiana got Billy Gowers from Hawaii,
the punter,
yeah.
And they picked up the kicker. They picked up the kicker. Who was it? Paddy McEater. He was the Irish guy.
Oh,
The Irish kicker.
there have been a couple of those. Is this
From
the
Detroit.
one that was at GT? Okay,
This is
different
the
one.
Detroit kicker, yeah.
By the way, Arthur, I want to say something. You bleeped out my use of the word last time, and it made me sound way more racist than I actually was. You're going to pick it again, and it's going to sound racist again, and I hate you for that.
It's an offensive term. I don't know that we need to be saying that on here.
I sounded so much worse than I actually said because
Arthur makes us so much funnier in the edit, and it's my favorite thing about listening back to the show.
I was so just
the double intro music. I love that.
Oh, that was great too.
So awesome.
The restart.
Well,
yes.
My favorite one was a few episodes ago now, where you asked him to put something in at the end.
Yeah.
And then it was like a whole thing at the end.
Yes. Mm-hmm. This is great. He's like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. You were also wrong on the action movie too, Commish.
We regret the error. Our first.
One Steven Sarkisian had a quote this past summer. The idea of somebody going 16-0 in college football, man, put up a statue of that somewhere of that team, because I don't know if it's going to happen again. 1 year later, boom.
Horns down.
Horns down.
It wasn't Texas. There you can go 16-0.
Yeah. Horns down.
I don't know if you're going to be able.
You got to give him that. He called his shot.
Yeah, he did. No.
So it's possible to go 17-0 now. We need a 17-0 team.
I mean, we talked about this. We talked about this. Technically, 18-0 is possible.
18-0 is possible.
Yeah, I think 17-0, because like even Hawaii isn't playing 13 games anymore. I'm not sure the last team to actually do that. Vanderbilt tried it this year, but they would have needed to find a 13th game outside of the mainland U.S., so that didn't end up materializing.
I'm thinking back to the last year of Diego Pavia at New Mexico State. They played
13.
No. They played 14. And then they then they played the bowl game for 15 because they finished 10-5.
Oh, that's right. The weird outcome.
So if they would have gone undefeated, they won the Conference USA Championship 14-0. And then when you have the 12-team playoff, there's no way that they're the top 4. They're the G5 team that's in, and then they got to win 4. There's your 18-0.
I mean, like it's possible, but I like
a
17-0,
G5
I
team would
think
have
is
to
the
do
limit.
it. Yeah, a G5 team would have to do it most likely.
Well, yeah, because if you're
G6.
undefeated as a power conference team, you're probably getting a bye.
Yep.
That seems, yeah. You have to be
Most
the perfect storm. Commish,
Your thought.
who's our next Indiana? Commish
Okay.
Damas.
So there was a post that I saw on Blue Sky. It says, it's from Arya Garrison, stated, no, a team cannot be the quote unquote next Indiana if they were not truly historically awful. If they've won a national championship before or had long stretches of making the postseason, they are not the quote unquote next Indiana. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So I had some ideas right off the top of my head of the schools that could possibly potentially be the next Indiana. Which is fun to think of. So I want to do this, and I went back to like Winsipedia to check like the winning percentages, to check historic references of these teams, and the ones that could be, I guess, the next Indiana, and maybe they could catch fire and do this. The first one I have is Wake Forest.
Yeah, agree.
Now Wake Forest is got the smallest alumni base. So it's going to be even more difficult for that. But that's a story. Kansas is another one. They really only had that one Orange Bowl win, and they haven't had a national title in their history. Mississippi State is another one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a post that said a Mississippi State fan were indicating that they had a chance to they interviewed Kirk Cignetti, but they hired Jeff Levy instead. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, everyone, by the way, Beth, I want to give
Yes.
IUP credit.
Oh, okay.
Because IUP, had, let's see here, Indiana's head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and also Miami's AD had all done stops at IUP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's a great fucking day to be a Crimson Hawk.
The emails that I've been getting on the various Crimson Hawk listservs, because I am presently an IUP student, again, have just been tremendous. Everybody's real happy over in Indiana County right now.
The fact that he has Indiana, someone said it was IUP and IUB. Indiana University of Bloomington.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yes. Pour one out for IUPUI, which is no longer IUPUI.
I was so thrilled when they mentioned, when IUP got a shout out in the post game. I needed an IUP mentioned graphic, apparently. I would tell you to make me a Teal mentioned graphic, but there's no goddamn point. The only time Teal gets mentioned is when I mention them.
That's not true. We saw Teal hoodie guy at the farm show.
Yes, and the reason Teal got mentioned is because I literally shrieked and started waving my arms across a crowded hallway.
Apparently, IUP also stands for I usually party. Beth, is something you want to tell us?
I do usually party. Everyone knows this about me.
My girl wants to party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time.
Party all the time. Yes.
Man, Eddie Murphy trying to be a singer, that was a big mistake for him. Not a great career choice for him.
I'm just mentally running through the Pashy schools and IUP is the one that has the reputation as the party school for whatever reason.
It's won the national championship of most party school a couple of times.
Oh, good.
Against D1, against D1's competition. IUP comes by it, honestly.
I mean, that is honestly, I'm impressed because UMass Slamhurst is up there.
When
So,
I was there finishing last degree, in one of my first semesters, I got to get a lecture from the dean in a room full of freshmen about how punching a police horse over homecoming is going to make it really hard to become a teacher.
yeah, that's assault of an officer.
I'm sitting in a room as an almost 40-year-old woman. I'm like, I don't belong here.
So the police horse thing raises a question that I think I may have brought up on this show before. And Commish, I'm sorry, I'm about to put us in a ditch. Beth, you know how at the farm show they do the like police horse demo?
Oh yeah.
Have you been to that?
We walked out of it last year. We looked.
Did we?
Yeah, because we poked our head in the door and we're like, nope.
Yeah, because it was
not here for that.
So I actually sat down and watched it 2 or 3 years ago now.
Okay.
And the question that raises for me is if the horses know that they're cops. Do the horses know that they're cops?
Ooh. I'm going to say, because police dogs, I feel like, know that they're police dogs. But the horse is more of a method of transit. It's like asking like if my car knows it's a cop car.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But if your car can think, right? And so like I want to know, do the horses know that they're cops? Do other horses have opinions about the horse cops?
Horses are distinct from cops are distinct from other vehicles as per the PA Supreme Court in a 2001 decision, I want to say.
Can you get a DUI on a horse in Pennsylvania?
No, you cannot.
Because the horse is driving.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, the horse is driving.
The dissenting opinion is incredible. I've referenced it on this podcast before.
So question though.
Because an Amish guy ran his horse and buggy into the Mercer County Courthouse while I was at T-Mobile, by the way.
Wow. Do horses know what cops are?
Well, right.
So like I've heard, and I do have a little bit of experience with cats, that cats don't really conceive of people as being like they just conceive of people as being cats.
Yeah, big weird cat. Bad at climb.
Big weird cat that for some reason does not pick up on all of my subtle signals.
Okay, apparently there are states where you can get a DUI on a horse.
Yeah, wait. So this is the Google AI summary, which take it for what it's worth. But I have Googled DUI on a horse in Pennsylvania. No, you generally can't get a DUI on a horse in Pennsylvania because the state Supreme Court ruled animals aren't, quote, vehicles under DUI law.
Yes.
Thank you, Commonwealth versus Bartman.
Yep. The dissenting opinion is a horse, of course. And the vehicle code should not perforce the application from divorce, as my colleague said. Whether a car or truck or horse, the law applies with equal force and not dissent instead.
Oh my God.
If you're not out here memorizing judicial opinions, what are you even doing?
Commish, what other schools might be?
I'm required by law to say that was written by Justice Mike Eakin, who sucks for a million reasons.
Commish, what other schools might be our next Indiana?
Something that rides on a horse. It is Rutgers, the Scarlet Knights. Do we count like 1869?
No.
Like, I mean, there were only 2 teams, and they played twice, and they split.
No, we do count it because our house rule is count it.
Oh shit, you're right. We do count it.
Okay. Well, so we count it in the record books, but honestly, for me, like, I've only been paying attention to college football for like a decade, so in my record book, anything before that doesn't count.
I would
so
just
like
say
Tennessee doesn't count. Like Phil Fulmer, I don't count that for me.
No. Look, man, if it happened in the 1800s and that's all you got, I'm gonna give that, because it's 125 years. Like this is over 150 years ago. So Rutgers is another option here. Which
does Pitt lose a championship under that?
I mean, I was going to ask Arthur this.
Yeah, like to me, Pitt has never won a national championship in my lifetime. So like for me, they're at 0.
We're the same. We're the same, you and I.
You're down here with me in the mud.
All right.
Pitt Girl looks so mad.
I was a history major. I disagree, but go on, Commish.
So I all right. Rutgers, again, we'll count the title, but it's been a while. Like you got one in the first year. The longest
possible while.
The longest possible while. Northwestern is another one. I mentioned them earlier because that is another option. Like you said, Chip Kelly, another option to do this. Iowa State. I know they had recent success with Campbell. Campbell's gone now. He went to Penn State. But I mean, really, he didn't have I think their biggest win was the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which I mean is the People's National Championship.
They've gone all in on that branding, by the way.
Yeah. I think Iowa State just the historical win percentage, just the being like Matt Campbell was there for a long time and his win percentage was 58%. And that was phenomenal for Iowa State. So, I can see that. Another one, you got South Carolina. South Carolina, they are above 500, but I still think as a team that has only won one conference championship in their entire history, which is 1969 in the ACC. They don't have an SEC title. That's their only conference championship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now they are historically above 500, but barely above 500. The other one is Kansas State. I feel like this one, I don't know about this one here because Bill Snyder built it up, but historically they have never had a national title. They've gotten close under Bill Snyder. They are still a solid football team that, makes a bowl on the regular. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily want to put them in this category, but if you're looking at the entire history, not just the Bill Snyder recency bias thing, yes, but, Kansas State has never been able to climb, but they've gotten really close multiple times, I would say. So maybe not have them as the next Indiana here. Another one is Vandy. Now, Vandy's a special case. Vandy had really, really dominant teams in the 1910s, in the 1920s, in the 1900s. I checked their Wikipedia. They have 6 unclaimed national titles.
And some of those they should legitimately claim.
There's a couple that they should claim. There's a few they don't claim because they lost to Michigan. But I'm just whatever, man. A rating bureau named you a national championship, a national champion. Claim it. Do it. I don't know. I want to see. That's an interesting one there. Now, the past 2 years they've been great. 10 wins, but they're hitting historic stuff there. But Vandy overall, I will say their entire history, if they don't have a national title and they don't claim it, okay. I just read the chat.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
I got you. I got you, boss. Hey,
so Vandy's another one. And then I kind of want to like some people were saying Purdue, and I kind of disagree with Purdue here. And I've been working on a blog about them. I don't know when I'll have it. I'm who knows if I finish it tomorrow or Thursday and have it by Friday.
Ain't gonna be tomorrow.
I mean, depends on what time we get there and if I have 30 minutes, an hour, who knows. But there is Purdue's history, which they have 8 Big Ten titles, 8 conference championships.
Mm-hmm.
The last one's in 2000. They have, as we mentioned earlier in the podcast, they have 11 bowl wins. They are above 500 in their history. They don't have a national championship, but they have an unclaimed national championship in 1931. Also, they have a really interesting case for one in 1943. They were the only undefeated team in all of college football in 1943.
The Banner Kids.
Now, not not one of the selectors named them that. The weird thing is because the AP poll, like Purdue got up to number 2, and then like they didn't play for a couple of weeks, but then they just kept moving them down, all the way to number 5, all the way to number 5 at the end of the year. And Notre Dame loses their very last game of the year, but they stay number 1.
Was it a bowl?
No, this is 43. They lost to Great Lakes Navy, right? So they lost to Great Lakes Navy in the last game of the year. So they were undefeated. They lose the last game of the year, but they stayed number 1, and they give them the national championship. Funny thing about it is, in the very first game of the year, Purdue beat Great Lakes Navy.
This sounds like a clear Purdue. Purdue should claim this one too.
I will note that the records of the opponents for Purdue, not that great.
No,
that doesn't mean shit.
No,
I've seen this sport.
Yeah. So they finished 5th, their highest ranking in an AP poll at the end. But that's kind of an interesting case. I don't necessarily want to call Purdue the next Indiana. I don't think Purdue wants to be called the next Indiana.
God, no.
But the funny thing for me is, like, in writing this blog, I'm working on a case that's like, hey, claim 2 national titles, and now you say you have more than Indiana.
If Auburn can make shit up, everyone can make shit up.
Yes, Auburn is in this write-up too. So, this is some petty college football bullshit between rivals, and I'm kind of all for it.
Commish, I'm going to give you credit for something that you did that was absolutely amazing. It was your one doinking moment video.
God, that video was so good.
What?
The fact that I know you did that on your fucking phone too, like, blows my mind.
I personally really enjoyed the debate about whether to drop it last night or today, and I think the decision to drop it right after the end of the title game was the correct decision.
With the doinks on the title game,
Yeah.
Including the doinks from today. Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
I had to redo the video twice because there was 2 doinks in the national title game.
And it wasn't like you stuck him in at the end. No, you found the appropriate moment for it.
Yes, I was trying to balance out the song, and I wanted to, like, adjust the volume of the video to get the really resounding doink. I think the Rutgers doink is the one that, or the Texas Tech doink at the K-State Stadium. I had to throw that. I had to get the replay of that doink because it was so good. Some of the FCS doinks, like, you could see them, but, like, you couldn't hear them. But I'm like, I don't care. It's a doink. Like, you can, if you win the stadium, you could hear it. But this. The one at the end, I was like, yeah, that's a hammer. And then Indiana won it. I was like, oh yeah, it's the hammer right there with Kirk Cignetti, like, looking at you, of the crossbar doink, like as Luther Vandross is holding moment, and it hits the crossbar when he finishes that note. I'm like,
now I noticed you didn't use the Neo version. Apparently, they used once in 2016.
There was a
Wait, like version? Neo from the Matrix?
No, Neo.
No. Neo, like famous for songs with
Neo.
Pitbull.
Yes, of the Connecticut
Neo.
Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
I know who that is.
The one
Give me tonight.
He did the Pitbull song.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's how I know who he is.
The one where he sings very whiny about tonight.
Yeah, he Neo was like that guy from music of my youth.
He was probably like a probably guested on more songs than he had of his own.
He had a few. I am now also thinking about one-hit wonders of the, like, late aughts and early teens. I wonder whatever happened to Tayo Cruz.
He needed Dynamite, baby. That song was so good it didn't matter.
Yeah, and Break Your Heart.
Oh, he had 2 songs.
Yeah, he had 2 songs.
Yeah, he had 2 songs. I feel like with Neo, like, if you can sing, you're always going to get calls for hooks on rap songs that want, like, a sung hook. So, like, that's a good gig. There's always, like, a few people who are just recording tons of hooks for those songs.
Will make you feel better. He had one more album.
Oh, he put a Christmas album out in 2019. Neo put a Christmas album out in 2019.
Tayo put out another album after Rockstar, It did very well in Germany and Switzerland. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
that
gonna
feels
say.
right. That feels right.
Mm-hmm.
We got the end of the AP poll as well. Of course,
Oh.
Indiana is number 1. Miami's number 2. But
I love how they put Alabama still above Notre Dame.
yeah, that was Pitt Girl.
Ugh.
That's
I have
pretty
important Neo updates.
Yeah.
In
Oh.
2023, he won season 10 of The Masked Singer as Cow.
fun. Oh,
Also, December 4th, 2025, Neo made his Broadway debut in Hell's Kitchen, a semi-autobiographical jukebox musical by Alicia Keys. So he's on Broadway.
Guys, I need you to see the cow that he was. I'm dropping it in the chat.
Oh my god!
You know, given what I learned about when cows become cows, that feels right.
He was
That
a
fits-
lady cow in a
that
dress
fits-
and like cat-eye glasses.
Yeah.
So the cow lore
50s
we
cow.
learned, the cow lore that we learned is that only lady cows can be cows.
That's true.
This
Um,
is-
Beth, we learned other important things about cows this week. Cow tools.
We sure did. Cow tools?
Cow tools.
Cows are using tools now.
Hmm.
The AP poll, if you go all the way to the bottom, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You get to Wake Forest, which gets 2 points for winning the Mayo Bowl, 2 votes.
Hell yeah.
that's right.
But then you get Hawaii football with 1 vote. Good for Hawaii. Hell yeah. Someone
So
watched the Christmas Eve game.
can I have I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did the concatenate function not work? Why are we in the year of 2 Louisvilles?
The double Louisville.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know either.
It's
Honestly,
two.
my guess is that there's a different team that got either 7 or 3 votes.
Maybe I just, when I was first reading this and my brain was very sleepy at the time, I read it as Louisville and Louisville West.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Louisville's supposed to have, okay, they have an updated version now. Let's see what the difference is.
Take me home where I belong. West
Oh, do you know what the 3 is supposed to be? Old
Hmm.
Dominion with 3 votes.
Whoa!
Oh,
Mentioned.
Old
Old
Dominion
Dominion?
erasure.
Old
This is
Dominion,
the
Western
ODU.
Michigan, Wake Forest, Hawaii. Oh man!
Can I say
ODU.
the thing that upset me the most watching the national championship game?
What?
So they had a commercial for some company called Old Dominion.
Oh, the
Oh.
freighter commercial, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
It had a bunch of college mascots in it.
Mhm.
Old Dominion, the school, nowhere to
Not,
be seen.
not in it. Not
Nope.
in. No.
Just completely dropping the ball on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I have for y'all one last thing
Okay.
to say. And it is going to be about Malachi Tony. Malachi Tony was born on, this is Miami player Malachi Tony.
Mhm.
He was born September 17th, 2007.
Mhm.
Sure.
Nice.
Are these things older or younger than Malachi Tony?
Okay.
Is Grindr older or younger than Malachi Tony? The popular social networking app.
Younger.
Social networking.
Is Grinder old enough to be on Grinder?
I'm gonna go with younger because Grinder is like dating apps have been a thing for a long time, but Grinder specifically is sort of the Tinder ilk of apps.
I'm going to say older.
The fact of the matter is 2007 is before a lot of apps. Full
Mhm.
stop.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And Grinder is an app, not a site.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to think in my
Like-
head, like when the iPhone came out.
Oh, that's the next question. The next question is
Oh.
iPhone. I'll say first that Grindr is younger. March
Okay.
2009.
Yeah. I
Okay,
would say.
now
I
Yeah.
can tell you for a fact the iPhone App Store is younger.
Let's go iPhone.
So the actual iPhone, I think, is older.
Yes.
I think the
But, like,
iPhone's
there
older.
was an
Older,
iPhone,
just-
but
Barely.
it was like
older
the
by
first
about
iPhone.
older by about 4 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he has only known a world in which iPhones existed.
I
Wow.
was part of the team that approved that for the university that I was working for at the time, so I know exactly when that came out.
Is Netflix streaming older or younger than Malachi Tony?
Younger.
Yeah, younger.
Younger.
Older.
Older. January 2007 is when Netflix started their streaming service.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Hey.
close.
Is Twitter older or younger than Malachi Tony?
Older.
Oh, Twitter's older.
Twitter's older, yeah.
Older.
Well, is Twitter
Is
older
Twitter
because
older?
like Twitter died? Do we count this like X stuff?
I count
as Twitter?
the body that's still floating. Yes.
I do like the idea of having the like Twitter X debate in the same way that you can have the debate about if Rome is or if Byzantium is Rome.
I think it's older. It started in 2006.
Avignon is Rome. Fight me.
Moscow is Rome.
No.
Twitter is older. Twitter was 2006.
Okay. Got that.
Okay.
Right.
The Dark Knight, the film, older or younger than Malachi Tony?
Younger.
Fuck, was I married
I
when I
think-
saw
I think
that
it's
as a
younger.
drive-in?
I think The Dark Knight was after Avatar.
No,
No.
Avatar was after the Dark Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Avatar came out in 2010.
Younger, just barely.
Avatar, I want to say was 2009, but I think the Dark Knight was 2008.
Yeah, younger.
You're right. It's 2008. Younger. Okay. What about Grey's Anatomy? A show that's still on the air.
Older.
Yeah, I'll go older.
Grace feels like it's been on since like 2004.
2005.
Okay. It's just like I've never
I remember
watched
watching an
episode.
episode of that when I was in college.
Like I know people that are on it, like actors that are on it, but I've never watched an episode.
Have we reached the point with Grey's Anatomy where there's someone on the show who's younger than the show?
I'm sure.
I mean, they have kid actors on there. They always have like, you mean like a main actor?
Yeah. Like I'm not talking like that's a medical show, right? Like I'm not
yeah.
talking to like a kid as a patient or something. Like
Might be.
I'm waiting for someone's kid who has been on the show to be on the show as a regular recurring character.
How about Black Eyed Peas? I Got a Feeling.
Oh,
Younger. No, older.
This
It's
one
older.
Is
I
it?
think
I
it's
think
younger.
no, yeah. You know what? I think it is
Because
older.
no, because I know it's on the same album
As
as the
2008.
song where they say I'm so 3008, you're so 2000 and late. So
That's
that
right.
makes me think that it came out in 2008,
Yeah.
unless it was a single before Boom Boom Pow.
I have vivid memories of being at like middle school dances with this song, right? Beth, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I was in middle school in 2007, okay? The year of Malachi Tony's birth, to be clear. You can't be mad at me.
Well, okay, all of these things people are saying like, oh, like that's older than Malachi Tony. I'm like, okay, like thing from when I was in elementary school is like, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
It doesn't
you know?
hit for you the same way it hits for us.
What is this again?
This is Black Eyed Peas. I Got a Feeling.
I got a feeling.
Tonight's going to be a good night.
Older.
It is younger. That was 2009.
Oh.
It was 2009. Wow. So
2009.
it came after Boom Boom Pow.
Bruh.
Did Boom Boom Pow come out in that would be funny to drop a song in 2009 with
Because
Recession Pop was a vibe.
and late.
How about the Wii?
Older.
I think the Wii is older. It feels like 2005 also.
I feel like the Wii, I'm going to say younger, but maybe that's just
think I had
because I didn't get one. They didn't have them in stock at Circuit City when Mom was out of town until later.
So maybe that story made me think of asking about the Wii.
I think it's older.
The Wii is older.
It is. It's older because I put it on my wedding registry. Then we got our hands on one, so I took it back off.
Nice. The Black Eyed Peas album in question, The End, subtitled The Energy Never Dies, because that's what it's an abbreviation for, came out June 3rd, 2009. So
Okay.
Damn. So that wasn't in 2000. Man. I looked it up. They dropped Boom Boom Pow as a single leading up to the album February 2009.
So they too were 2000 and late.
They were 2000 and late.
How about Wally?
Younger.
Wally, I think, is very slightly older.
Wally is younger, 2008.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I got one more for you because you already guessed Avatar. You already realized what year Avatar came out, so I'm not going to use that one. The movie Superbad.
Oh.
That one is older because I saw someone posted the box office listings for when he was born,
Oh,
and
damn.
Superbad was one of the top movies on there, so it would have to be older.
Yeah, it's older. I will say that the week that Malachi Tony was born was the week that Crank That Soulja Boy was number one in the.
Oh my god.
You.
LM
I see
mentioned.
what you
That's
did
right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we've talked about we actually talked about the national title game the whole podcast, sort of. I'm very impressed with us.
We talked about football for most of our football podcast, kind of.
It's Indiana. It's our beloved children. They did
That's
the thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is never gonna happen again.
No.
You have no faith in all these teams? No
I believe
faith
in
in Wake?
ULM. We've established that I believe in ULM.
I believe in ULM.
ULM.
I
I
believe in
ULM.
I believe in ULM.
I mean, it's not that I don't have faith in Wake. I don't like them.
I love the deep hater energy you're bringing tonight.
I just hey, I want us to bring the same energy if ULM goes 6-6 and wins the 68 Ventures Bowl.
Oh,
Yeah,
we absolutely
I
will.
will.
Okay, think we will.
All right. That's all I want.
We're gonna have emergency pod for their 6th win too.
Well, I mean, I
That
feel
would
like
be
the emergency
that would be
pod
like
jinxed
Teal
them.
winning
No.
the PAC.
Yeah,
like
that's a
that
jinx.
stopped the world.
The emergency pod jinxed ULM. They didn't win a game after the emergency pod.
Yeah, no more emergency pods.
Did they really not win another one after the
They
Arkansas
did
State
not
game?
win a game after they beat Arkansas State. That was it. They finished. They lost. They lost.
They did
They
the thing
accomplished
that
their
it
goal.
did last season, but worse.
They
Oh,
lost
so
8 in a
at
row,
some
right?
point in the year, Jordan is going to do something that curses a team.
Okay, that makes
He's a
sense.
football bolus.
Look, man, I want to defend myself here. I don't
Mhm.
mean to bring down a house of horrors upon these teams. I just know that I don't go to. Okay, I know that I don't go to Pitt games unauthorized.
Correct.
I don't
You
go to
can't have
ULM games.
emergency. You can't have emergency podcasts.
Can't
I have emergency podcasts, but I didn't want the emergency podcast. Commish did. We had
No,
Dusty on.
I just bet it.
That's right, you bet it.
No more
I
gambling.
did just bet it.
No more gambling.
Oh,
No more gambling.
Hold up, I got something for our double barrel lock of the week now. I have the whole piece now. We're good.
Very good.
Okay, folks, that is the end of the college football season.
and the end of the podcast.
That's right.
Go, mass is ended.
That's right. 68 ventures with you.
And also with
And
you.
with your spirit.
No!